Welcome back to another episode of Baking with Lexi. Today, I thought I would bring a classic to you. Remember as a kid how much you loved Pop-Tarts? Well, Pop-Tarts aren't just for kids, they're for adults too. So I thought I would bring in a special guest to help me make them. Welcome in, hello, Paxton! My nephew's here today to help me make these homemade Pop-Tarts. So let's get started. You ready?
Yep.
So Paxton and I decided that we wanted to make some raspberry Pop-Tarts. And then we're also gonna make some cookies and cream, because who doesn't love cookies and cream? But first things first, get in here. We got to make our raspberry filling. So we're just using some red raspberry jam, and then we're gonna heat it up in a stock pot with a little bit of water and cornstarch. The cornstarch is gonna help make it thick, so when you cut into your Pop-Tart, it doesn't just go we don't want that. All right, Paxton's got our jam whisking. It's melted down, so we're gonna add a little bit of a slurry to it. A slurry is cornstarch mixed with water, and then we're gonna add it to our hot liquid. It's gonna thicken it up. Part 2 of our video, we're gonna make some cookies and cream Pop-Tarts. So Paxton's got some Oreos right here. We're just using some mini Oreos. We're gonna grind them all up, and then we're gonna mix it with some cream cheese and powdered sugar for the filling of our cookies and cream Pop-Tart. Surprised you didn't eat one. Okay, we're adding a package of cream cheese to the bowl.
Dump all the Oreos in, the crushed Oreos.
Now we're gonna use our hand mixer to get it all mixed up. Next we're gonna do
1 scoop of powdered
about
sugar.
2 tablespoons of powdered sugar into our bowl. Got our cream cheese mixture all mixed up. Best part about using a hand mixer is you get to lick the blenders.
Cream cheesy.
It's gonna be good in a Pop-Tart, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So there's some chunks in it. About that. Okay, we got our 2 fillings ready. What we're gonna do now is get our pie crust. We just got some store-bought pie crust. You can use homemade pie crust if you want. We just went the simple route, and we're gonna roll it out, and we'll cut up our rectangles for our Pop-Tarts. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of flour down on our surface so that the pie crust doesn't stick, because that would be a nightmare. And we got our store-bought pie crust ready.
Store-bought.
Just, hey, what we want to do, since our pie crust is round, we want to try and get it into a rectangle shape. Because Pop-Tarts are rectangle, right? So I'll roll this one, you roll the next?
Yep.
Sound good?
Now you will have some scraps as you cut a circle down to a rectangle, but don't throw those out. Just make it into a ball and roll it out again and make some more Pop-Tarts.
Okay, we got our individual Pop-Tart bases ready. We're gonna get them all the same size, but because these are gonna go on top, we gotta poke holes in them so that the air escapes and we don't have big bubbles in our Pop-Tarts. Okay?
Jelly.
Okay, so we've got our 2 different sides. We've got one with holes, one with no holes. I'm gonna put the one with no holes down first. Take some of our raspberry filling, and you don't wanna put too much on it so that it explodes out. And you don't wanna get it too close to the edge so that we can still make it look like a Pop-Tart. And what we do is take our egg wash, which I just took 1 egg and put a little bit of water, a couple droplets, whisked it together. So this is gonna act like glue for our Pop-Tart. Then we take our top and put it gently on top. And without pushing on the filling, you squeeze the edges together, like so. Then we're gonna take a fork and we're gonna crimp the edges so that it looks like a Pop-Tart that you're all used to. And a little trick, if your fork sticks to the dough, you can just dip it in a little bit of flour and then it won't stick. To give it a nice golden brown color as it bakes, we're gonna take more egg wash and brush it on top. That's pretty good. Well, we'll still eat that. You're supposed to have fun in the kitchen, right? This kid knows how to have fun. If you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Okay, we got our first batch ready to go in the oven. They're looking pretty great.
Yep.
We're gonna bake them at a 350-degree oven. So for part 2, we got our cookies and cream ones. So we're gonna go ahead and get those going. We got the raspberry in the oven. Now, as they're cooking, we're just gonna do the cookies and cream. So it's the same process. You put the filling in, egg wash the edges, put the top on, clump it together, use the fork and make the crimping. No, you already did the holes. And then we're gonna egg wash on top. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Poptarts.
Oh. For the top of our Pop-Tarts, we're gonna make our frosting. So we got some powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla, and a sprinkle of salt to help cut out a little bit of the sweetness. Okay, we got our Pop-Tarts all ready, got the frosting made. Now it's just time to frost, so then we can have our taste test. My favorite part of the whole video. It's taste test time. Here we go. Let's try the Oreo first. Or the cookies and cream.
Good.
That's good. Nice and creamy. Pie crust is nice and flaky.
Yep.
That's good. Now for the raspberry. Oh, that's way better than store-bought. How do you like it?
Good.
Well, that's all for this episode. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Baking with Lexi. And thanks for Paxton joining me today making these Pop-Tarts.